Thing is fine, probably is. So I wanted to talk about Sony and PlayStation and also Bungie and Destiny, a lot of things. So I'm just gonna play some Onslaught and talk in the background. Yeah, as always, I don't know how many people will see this video, although the topic is important for me and also for more people in like around 180 countries of the world. So yeah, basically what happened recently, basically an hour ago, I got refunded for the game Ghost of Tsushima from Sucker Punch Productions, I think it is, and it is Sony's, one of the Sony's sub companies, like it belongs to Sony PlayStation. So yeah, I've been refunded, and the reason for that is so basically in my country it is impossible to officially create a PSN account, and now Sony is demanding having this PSN account to be connected to my Steam account for the game to work, apparently. So the developer Sucker Punch, they tweeted a couple of days ago that it is not necessary to like have a PSN account for single player mode of the game, because it's mostly like single player game. It's not a multiplayer game. It's an adventure game, etc. So they said that it's not necessary to have this PSN account and everything is fine. Like, if you don't have a PSN account, you just won't be able to play the Legends, I think, mode it's called, some cooperative multiplayer mode. Yeah, just a second, I'll be right back. Yeah, so because I cannot create a PSN account in my country, they refunded me, they gave me back my money, and I'm kind of triggered by this. I'll explain why, I'll explain the motivation, because to be honest, like, regarding the money, like they gave it back to me and it's fine, like this aspect of the ordeal, you know. So they gave me back my money, it's fine, but it's not about the money. I will give you like an example. Just imagine a situation. You came to a restaurant and you ordered something, and you paid in advance, right? So for example, it's not a restaurant, but it's something like a McDonald's or some fast food, restaurant. You just paid in advance, as it usually is, and when you try to order it, like, when you try to get your order, so basically the waiter or the person behind the counter, he says that because you are of a certain nationality, or because you are from a particular country, you can't have your order, and just gives you back your money. What will be your reaction? How will you feel? I've already seen on Twitter like couple of scumbags writing things like, yeah, if you are from those 170 plus countries, then you don't deserve to play this game, or some shit like that. You are from a shithole, and etc. Yeah, I understand that there are like a lot of dumb people in the West, like again, I don't think that it's like more or less than anywhere else. It's probably the same percentage. But I know that there are, like, at least there are also a lot of smart people in the West, so it's not that, like, you know, I hate the West or anything, but I hate those particular Westerners. Yeah, but anyway, so can you imagine this situation? Isn't that a fucking borderline fascism or Nazism or racism or whatever else? Like, it is, uh, like, it definitely uh, restricts me as a person. You know, it uh, kind of kind of degrades me uh, in my own eyes compared to someone else. Like, isn't that considered a fucking, you know, I feel bad because of that. And I literally just like 5 minutes ago I was thinking about, what about, like, is it possible to sue Sony for what they've done? Like, is it possible? Because I don't think that I don't think that this is fair, you know. I think that Bungie, not Bungie. Yeah, I will talk about Bungie a bit also. Sorry about me not playing. I'm trying to concentrate on what I'm telling, on what I'm saying. I want to like to translate my feelings into words as exactly as possible, as precisely as possible. It's kind of hard because I feel, for some reason, it's just a game, you know, and also I can download it from, like, pirate it, download it from torrent, and that's even better. Like, I'll just keep my money, but still, it's kind of, you know, bad feeling because of this kind of racism, nationalism, Nazism by fucking Sony. And it's just so sad that in 21st century such companies exist and they allow themselves to, like, behave like that. This is just a disgrace of a fucking capitalism. This is a fucking disgrace. This is a fucking, this is what's wrong with the world today, you know. Companies like Sony, PlayStation, and the things that they're doing. So, yeah. But anyway, I got refunded. I will even show it to you, how it looks. They sent me those fucking pieces of shit. No, it's a message by Steam, so it's not their fault. They are not pieces of shit. I mean, Sony pieces of shit sent me this. Like, the publisher of this game is now requiring a secondary account to play portion of this game, and this account cannot be created from your country. Also, one more thing. Like, regarding the account and the creation of it in my country, there is a big question that I asked myself since I received this fucking letter, and even earlier. So the thing is that it is unknown why I cannot actually create an account in my country. I don't even know why. What is the reason for that? For some reason, in my country and like 170 plus countries, it's impossible to create this account, and like a lot of them, of those countries, like, it also includes like countries of Baltics. They are kind of not third world countries, you know. Like, some civilized people, intelligent people live there, here. Sony may feel differently because I think they may not consider us humans, probably. But yeah, and what was the reason for not allowing us and like all those countries to be able to create a PSN account? What was the fucking reason for that? I mean, They gave an opportunity to Russia, and Russia actually had like this opportunity to create a PSN account before they invaded Ukraine second time. Then only then Sony like stopped or restricted their like services in Russia. But before that, in 2008 when Russia invaded Georgia, in 2014 when first time Russia invaded Ukraine, when I'm not gonna go deep into politics, but I mean we all know the position of Russia right now in the world, and Sony were cooperating with them, one of the biggest companies that were making a lot of money from them. Like although Russia is a country with the most probably the majority of pirates like in the world, for some reason they could create a fucking PSN account, while other countries like Kazakhstan, Azerbaijan, Uzbekistan, Baltics countries, and many more, they couldn't. For what fucking reason? Probably because they didn't bring enough money for Sony. Fucking piece of shit Sony. You know? So, I really feel like insulted by Sony, and if I had some qualification in international law, I would know if it is possible to sue them from our country, because I mean I have a bachelor's degree in law school, from law school, but it is a local law, it's not international. I don't know almost nothing about international law, and I don't have a clue if that's possible, because I would be very fucking glad to find more people from those countries, and to just, if it's possible, to launch some kind of an act against fucking Sony, and just sue the fuck out of them and get some money for that, for that insult that they made to all those gamers from those countries. And I don't know. Unfortunately, I don't know. Yeah, but still, it's done. They did it. They just refunded me. Like, I didn't ask for that. I fucking pre-ordered the game because I wanted to play it 2 months ago. And developers literally 3 days or 4 days ago tweeted that, yeah, there is no problem. If you even cannot create a PSN account, you will be able to play the single player campaign wherever you are. Now it turns out you can't. Because Sony is greedy pieces of shit. I fucking hate Sony. And I swear, from now on, I will never buy anything from Sony. Like, definitely not a console, not a fucking anything consumer tech or something. And whoever will ask me about Sony, I will recommend against buying Sony anything, like, from starting from like televisions and mobile phones, finishing with fucking digital products. I will just recommend against it. I know several people who I know, like, they are using Sony Vegas products, and I will tell them to pirate the shit out of that garbage, because Sony deserves nothing more. Sony deserves to go broke, in my opinion. Sony deserves to be like dissolved. It should not exist in 21st century. This fucking company lost all credibility in my, and I'll explain like what makes me kind of involved with Sony. I've been playing PS4 since 2014. I have videos on this exact channel from PlayStation streams and etc. I've been buying a lot of games. I didn't stream most of them because of the PS4 like hardware capabilities. Games were kind of lagging when I streamed it from PS4. But honestly, I can even show like the screenshots. I probably bought more than 100 PlayStation games back then, and when I switched to PC, I also bought a lot of games, like PlayStation games by Sony PlayStation. Yeah, including the latest Forbidden West, and also I pre-ordered Ghost, and it was you know what happened. Yeah, so basically I was kind of a fan of Sony games and Sony company before I understood what kind of a garbage, like, I don't know, insult to humanity this fucking company is. I just hate Sony. I hate everyone who is involved in any way to that fucking garbage company. Um, yeah, so fuck Sony. Basically, fuck Sony, fuck PlayStation. I hope they go broke. They deserve it. They deserve to make more games like The Last of Us 2, Part 2, and make more such games. And go bankrupt and go fuck yourselves. That will be the best thing that can happen. Like, yeah, and I hope this happens because you are destroying gaming industry. You are destroying. You know, you bought a lot of professionals from different companies, which could have made like their own decisions, and make good games in their own companies, you know, separately, not like your fucking monopoly, which you cannot even operate correctly. You pieces of shit, you pieces of scum. So yeah, whatever. Uh, and yes, now I want to talk about Bungie a little bit. I came back to Destiny, as you can see from my recent videos, like a lot of videos I've been making lately, playing Onslaught, enjoying the game overall. But there are a couple of things I want to say. So as you may know, Bungie also belongs to Sony now, kind of partially or something. But if fucking pieces of shit Sony will eventually make the requirement of having PSN account added to Destiny also, like, and it will restrict us like in 180 countries basically playing this game, I will not be surprised. And in my opinion, like, Bungie is in a serious danger in terms of being in Sony's pocket basically. And now I understand how bad of a decision was, like, selling out to fucking Sony. They should have. I understand. A lot of people said that they would go bankrupt. They wouldn't be able to, like, you know, carry the game if they didn't sell out. But the thing is that in my opinion, could be a big mistake. I mean, I hope it will not be the end of Bungie, but it's definitely possible from what I see. Because, you know, there's no other way of saying this. Like, whatever the fuck, like those fucking Gen Zers on Twitter think about those countries, like 170 countries, 170 plus countries, which, yeah, as I said, those pieces of shit who call us all, like, I don't know, subhuman probably because of our countries. That is the influence, by the way, that Sony has. Like, this is Sony's narrative. They learned from Sony because they are fucking Sony fanboys, and that's basically what they're saying. I can find the tweets and show you if you don't believe me. Yeah, so most, I think, of the players, if not most, but there are the majority, or at least half of Destiny players are in those countries. Like, definitely. And if you fucking ban those countries, Bungie is fucking dead, bro. Especially if there will be problems with purchasing your DLCs on PC, like with the same bullshit. Then I think Bungie is done, and that can be happening soon enough, in the nearest future. Considering what fucking pieces of shit Sony does with the Ghost, with Helldivers before that, like Helldivers 2, it's also unavailable still, like in our country. I don't know what, look, so it's impossible to buy. They refunded me, I already showed you. And also Helldivers, which the community of Helldivers, the fan base, they were cheering, and, you know, they were happy that, yeah, we won. What did you win, idiots? What the fuck did you win? I still cannot buy this fucking piece of shit. It's impossible to buy. You know, and also in all those like before mentioned 180 countries, 180 countries, it's impossible to buy this game. But no one gives a fuck apparently. They just, you know, I think that most of the people already bought Helldivers, and that's why they didn't give a shit, you know, about those people who couldn't buy, because yeah, whatever. Then I wanted to, I'm just interested, why did they even start this bullshit? The riot, so-called riot against, you know, Sony. This is hypocrisy. This is hypocrisy on the level that Sony itself does. Like the same kind of hypocrisy. So yeah. Anyway, what I was saying about Bungie, and also I see that there are kind of already bad decisions being made, some bad decisions being made. For example, I see this bullshit again, like as usual. You know, whenever Bungie sees something overused, they quickly try to fucking remove it or nerf it or something. And for example, this week, it's the Midtown map in the Onslaught activity. So it was the map that everyone was going for, because it was the only one that is possible to finish 50 waves with random team, with LFG team. Now they removed it and no one can do legend. I know it from like even when I, for example, try to fucking search a team for a legend, everyone just declines. No one, like before when it was Midtown, everyone was accepting me regardless of my light level, because I was 24 even, and it was fine. Like we played and we finished 50 waves many times. Like some of the times, like 30% times probably we couldn't finish, but 80%, 70, 80 we did. Now it's impossible because it's fucking moth yards, unbalanced maps, like, you know, moth yards, and the other one that they are just shit. Bungie saw their statistics that no one plays moth yards and Vostok, shit maps, and they decided to remove Midtown. And I think these kind of decisions exactly are not made directly by Bungie, and I'm not saying that Sony said that you have to remove Midtown. I don't think they are even aware of that. But I think that Sony made them keep the player base on at least like good numbers, to make good numbers. And if Midtown is here and I'm gonna, for example, farm the shit out of it, I will get all the god rolls this week and I'll stop playing next week and the week after it. But Sony needs us to, Bungie via Sony via Bungie needs us to keep the numbers up, so they can say that, oh yeah, player base is coming back, oh shit, everything is fine. And in my opinion, Bungie is higher than that. They don't need to resort to that, but because of the Sony's probably pressure, they have to do that. They have to make these fucking shit dumbass decisions, and that's not good. I think that's nothing like good in perspective, especially like it doesn't seem good at all. I don't know what's gonna be after final shape. I don't know what's gonna be, even if like I don't know even if we can play the final shape, because again, Destiny now belongs to Sony, Bungie now belongs to Sony, and if they add same restrictions to fucking Bungie, what they did with Ghosts of Tsushima and Helldivers, so they will just remove the game from stores in those 180 countries, then that's it. That's it. Like for us as players from those countries, from 170 plus countries, and for probably for Bungie also, because there are a shit ton of people playing in those countries. Like we may be in the end the majority. I don't know. Yeah, so anyway, what I wanted to say is, like, long story short, is that Sony is fucking pieces of shit. I hate Sony. Fuck Sony. I hope they go broke. I hope they will lose the ability to develop or publish any games. This company have to go, because this is a disgraceful behavior. This is respectful, disrespectful to like a lot of people in the world. This is, in my opinion, racist, nationalist, and Nazi behavior. And I don't know if like a lot of people will see this video. I doubt, probably 5-10 people. Uh, and I don't know if anyone knows anything about like, or thinks even about like applying international law or something against Sony to make them pay for that, for this kind of insult to this kind of number of players, like in all those countries. They don't deserve the place that they have in industry. They have to go. Like, I know there is some controversy going on with like regarding Xbox and Microsoft right now. I don't care about it. I don't know what Microsoft did. I don't know what Xbox did. In my book, they're fine. They haven't done shit like that. Sony is the worst fucking anti-consumer, garbage, evil, greedy company in the world. Now I understand that. So yeah, basically that's all what I wanted to say. Honestly, there's no point of commenting, and I'll be distracting all the time like while I play. I'll continue streaming because I'm gonna play some Onslaught, but that's it for the commentary. That's the main idea, is that, yeah, you understood. Fuck Sony. This is fucking disgusting. Yeah. Anyway, thanks to whoever listened to this, if anyone did, and I'll probably continue, but I'll just stop this stream, this part of the stream, and just start another one. And yeah, I'll play some Onslaught. I want to fucking stack some couple of hundred of these trophies, and then just go open the chest and see what I get from it. Hopefully some good shiny weapons, because shinies haven't been dropping for me a lot. Anyway, thanks for listening to whoever did, and yeah, take care.